Hi everyone, this is Gil with Breathe Yoga Center, and I wanted to share a video on what you can do with your sandbag once you have it filled. So I'm just going to show a few poses that you can utilize a sandbag to help just bring a really grounding presence to your body and a little bit of weight onto some key points that will help either deepen the stretch or ground you physically and energetically. So I'm in hero's pose right now, Virasana, and I am seated on a block, so you might have that at home to sit upon right in between your feet. And I'm taking my sandbag, which I have weighted at about 10 pounds, and placing it right over the thighs, and this just helps lengthen the rectus femoris, which is your main muscle in the quadricep, as you stretch it here in Virasana, allowing your knees to get more heavy and sink towards the earth. If you're a little bit tighter in quadricep muscles, then the knees have a tendency to want to levitate, they want to lift a little bit, and maybe even spread apart. So this might help as well, keeping your knees close together. So I'm just going to stay here for a couple breaths, relaxing the shoulders down, relaxing the hands down, keeping an engagement of the lower abdominals to maintain lift through the chest and lengthen your spine. Excellent pose to use the sandbag in. Before I got the yoga sandbags, my cat sometimes would come in and I would place him over my thighs. However, he would not always sit so still. But he's a nice, fluffy, furry sandbag. A similar shaped asana is child's pose, and I'm going to use the sandbag in a very different way. Placing it, it's a little tricky to do it on your own. Making sure that the sand doesn't shift all to one side. You want to try and keep that even. And place this on your sacrum, which is the broad bone at your lower back, right around typically where your waistband of your pants is. And come into child's pose. You can either just take a relaxed child's pose here, which might be nice if the sandbags, your arms are rested, or if you want a more active stretch, you can reach through the arms. And the sandbag gives you that traction, let the hips be heavy and sink back, creating a little deeper stretch right through the side waist. So this video is a little bit more instructional, so you can just learn these ways to use your sandbag and then take more time with the poses on your own. So now I'm going to come onto my back. This is one of my favorite ways to use the sandbag. I've been using it a lot this fall, and it's really been grounding. The fall energy tends to be a little bit more windy, so you might feel a little bit more scattered. And so the sandbag is a really great way to kind of bring you back down to earth. So I'm going to place this on my thigh, kind of right over top of the hip area, the hip flexor area, so it maybe comes up just slightly towards your lower abdomen. And I use the strap here for Supta Padangusthasana, getting a nice deep hamstring stretch. But I also find in this pose that I probably get as much sensation and stretch right here in the hip flexors on the leg that's extended on the earth or on your mat. Always when practicing this pose, you want to keep your shoulders grounded towards the earth as well, which is why I'm using this strap. Typically, our legs are longer than our arms, so to reach up to the foot very often causes students to lift their shoulders, and we don't want the head lifted either. So no tension in the neck, no tension in the face or the shoulders. This is just really nice in this pose to anchor down this leg. If the sandbag is not there, sometimes this hip area pops up. We want as much surface area on the back of the left leg or whichever leg is extended on the ground to make contact with the floor. That's one of my favorite ways to use the sandbag. There's 3 yoga poses. You can throw in a 4th here of just drawing your knee into your chest. This probably intensifies that stretching of the lower abdomen and the hip flexors on the extended leg. This is nice here. And you could lastly use it across the front rim of your pelvis in Shavasana, in your final relaxation. I've often used a blanket there in my yoga practice, which is nice. It just kind of gives you a grounded sense, maybe even a little bit of a sense of protection, a covering. So you could use it here, or I've experimented with placing it over the chest and over the ribs, and that can be nice too. So feel free to explore and find a place that feels really nice for you. Settle into your relaxation. So always moving mindfully, coming in and out of yoga poses. So that's just a few ways that you can use your sandbag in your yoga practice at home, and I've really started to enjoy incorporating this in my practice. I'll probably shoot some more video to give you some more ideas of how to use your yoga sandbag, but that's enough to get you started. Thanks everyone. Namaste.